Diddle do, diddle do, diddle do do. Yeah, I'm back at Durdle Door, and I'm having to run for the bus. Yes, hence the sound of packing. I meant to podcast earlier, but I only had a few hours to AMSR packing. I only had a few hours to do some work because it was supposed to be an easy day today, and then I got bored of hanging around the campsite. It was like my day off, but I took the bus to Durdle Door and went, well, okay, there's not that much walking at Durdle Door, although I've got that fun walk up that hill, but other than that, it's not the hill I painted. Which I think are probably the one that I put on this episode. But yeah, the one I painted all the rivulets of paths running down. That's a pretty hardcore one. I remember that one from a long time ago. Sorry, people posing for Bollywood shots. You're not a Bollywood star. Yeah. Doodle Door is famous for a very well-known Bollywood film, and also I think Midsummer Murders and a few other things have done stuff here. Quite a few pop videos. So a lot of people come here. But what was quite concerning about when I arrived is the coastguard and the ambulance were here. And what's even worse is they weren't here because of some event. Sorry if I pause, it's because I'm trying to run for my bus and I'm out of breath. But yes, it isn't because there's some event. They're here because with this amount of people on a heat wave, and people don't bring enough water, people don't get prepared, people don't have the right footwear, people don't think about the heat, and the Coast Guard had a kind of a sort of a traffic light system on the beach. It was that busy, like make people wait, and then one way, then another way. It's crazy. I mean, when I was here last year, it was not like this. Although I can't remember. I think I was here at a weekend, but the weekend was raining. The thing about Durdle Door is that it's very changeable weather. You can go from wow, lovely sunshine to basically a complete whiteout mist and rain in about half an hour. A lot of people don't realise that. They think, it was sunny in the video, sunny in the film. So yeah, I did 2 watercolours. One was a real rush. Yeah, you can probably hear all the beach people behind me. It was a massive rush to do the second one of Durdle Door itself. I actually spent more time on looking in the direction because that's what I was more interested in. I drew. One that regrets last time, and I didn't really get to do it this time because I suppose I did, but it was so quick, is that I didn't get to do a watercolour of Durdle Door itself. And this time I did, although it was a half an hour watercolour. It was like being at portrait sessions or life drawing all over again. It's like, can I do this in just under slightly more than half an hour? So I think I did it. There's a few mistakes in it. I think I did a very loose interpretation of Durdle Door itself. I might come back here. Certainly when it's cooler, I might actually come back on the bus from wherever I am and try and do the walk I couldn't do in the heat, and take my time over it and get here early and and just sort of slowly go over the hills like a snail. So, but yeah, no, I mean seriously, it's not heat wavy day. I think it was 27, 26 today, but still maybe 28. I know people in hot countries are like, huh? But yeah, try being on chalk cliffs with no shade. No aircon, because no one has aircon here. And buildings that are not designed for reflecting heat. And tents are not designed for reflecting heat, although it's a little bit, but not really. So, yeah, it's... You know, it's humid here. It's not... I've been on the edge of the Sahara. There's something close to 40. I've been into Athens, Piraeus, when it hit 40. That's how I knew it could be dangerous, because people were keeling over left and right. But yeah, dry heat's fine. You just make sure you've got enough water. It's the humid heat you have here, which just makes it sweltering. So yes, but the view other way, I'll have to look up. I know one of them is the Butter Rock. There's a little rock called, I don't know why it's, maybe it looks like a slab of butter, I don't know. And then there's the, I'm not sure if it's the Little Door, because I know there's a big door, little door. That might be the Little Door, like a chalk version of Durdle Door. And the view from the other angle, from where I want to go, to the, you know, that I depicted, not yesterday but the day before I had the leg implosion. What was the explosion? People still heading to Durdle Door. Obviously they don't have to chase for a bus. So anyway, just walking past Man of War, which is the other bay. That was very busy as well. I even made a visit to my favourite place, the Durdle Door Holiday Park. Hey! Which I didn't blow raspberries at the people there, but I was tempted, but I just went to the spa to get a drink. I'm glad I did. Especially when I felt the heat on the cliffs. I was like, yeah. Glad I went and got a cold drink. And actually, I didn't need too much water today. They were recommending 2 litres, but I think it's for people that are staying here all day. And, you know, not going on the beach and climbing down the steps. But wise virgins, as John always says, know not to go down there. Even at 2 in the morning. I've done that. I was looking at these people thinking, I bet none of you have done 2 in the morning Durdle Door. I have. And I was the only person there. And it was wonderful, although I was drunk and wet and the steps were wet, so I'm lucky to be here. That was on the first trip. So anyway, yeah, the drawing is using, well, the second one was using the Delarue pen, and the first one was, which pen was that? It was the Aiken Lambert. So the first one was the Aiken Lambert fountain pen with watercolour, and no, I think it's a good one. Unexpected. I hope I hadn't missed the bus, because I don't want a repeat of 2 days ago. I'll try and catch a lift or find any taxi anywhere near here. Apparently there is I do know the name of a taxi company in Lulworth. Cove Cabs, if you're ever stuck. But there's actually no name now, which is helpful for searching. And there is actually signal around here. But yes, yeah, I spoke to a very exasperated information person who was just like, yeah, this isn't even the start of it. And it was like, yeah. People have died because the Bollywood, I don't know if it's Bollywood or the one of the other versions. I say Bollywood, it might be it might be Pakistani, but one of those musical East Asian films. Unfortunately, they did a thing where if you actually swam through the door, you got eternal life, and people have tried. And it looks like the tide wasn't too bad today. because people were swimming out that far. Most of the time you see people try and just go, oh no, because they don't realise the tidal rip through the door and the tidal rip outside will sweep you away. But they were tombstoning, so the piece is probably going to be called something along those lines, tombstoning or knocking on heaven's door or something, because they were climbing up the side of the door and jumping in. It was and other people in the sea were cheering them on. It was just like crazy. For those that don't know, tombstoning is jumping off cliffs or jumping off high heights into the sea, and it's very popular with the kids here. It's also very deadly, hence the name. So yeah, that was crazy. So I better sign off because I've got to get up this hill in 45 minutes. I'm doing fairly well, but we've got to 11 minutes already. But yes, it was, I could have a more active day off than I was supposed to be, because I was hanging around the site going, what can I do here? And I spent the day trying to charge my batteries. One did, and the phone did, but my big battery is acting weirdly. Need to replace it. And that's part of the problem there. Waited an hour to get a coffee. Literally an hour. So the queue over now at the campsite, but purely so I could use their charging and their sockets. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how much the solar has charged up the battery when I get back. Probably not very much. So, and that's obviously the problem with the solar, but I think it's the battery. So anyway, speak to you soon. An addendum. The fun thing about Doodle Door, as somebody I met last year called it, hence the is that there were some people arriving, but a lot of people are leaving now because the mists have come down. I told you it was changeable weather. As I was walking up, mists come down. Usually around 6 or 7 that happens at Durdle Door. Everyone leaves going, oh, it's all shit now, and then it gets good later. It's just a really weird weather system, and it's different to Lulworth Cove. Lulworth Cove can have bright sunshine. Other parts of the coast, bright sunshine. Durdle Door is a little bit like Golden Cap in that regard. It can just be like this clouds over Golden Cap, but Durdle Door isn't that high up. It's fairly high, but not really high up, so I don't know why it does that. But yes, I know that from when I was staying here, because I used to go out in the evenings again, and the place was deserted about 8-9 o'clock. But you'd be very lucky to get a sunset at Durdle Door. Usually it's misty at that time. You really have to be local probably to see that. Anyway, just waiting for the bus.